If we're talking about the play-by-play world, the path to get here usually starts with high school play-by-play, or maybe even lower college, maybe some community college or Division III school. It's really about time and repetition and getting experience under your belt. So the average person that we have that comes to us probably got 1 or 2 years under their belt somewhere, and then they just become the right fit. They'll usually start at Learfield School at one of our smaller schools. Rare that we'd have somebody come from 1 or 2 years of high school experience to all of a sudden be the voice of Indiana. They usually start at smaller schools, work their way up, and then their reputation kind of builds, and we find the right home for them.
So describe the evaluation process when you're hiring a new broadcaster.
The way I do it is this. I'm looking at hundreds of resumes. I'll usually narrow it down to about 20, and I'm looking for experience. I'm looking for right fit. Do they have a tie to that particular school? Are they an alum? Are they from the area? Do they have ties to the state? Somehow a tie to the program? And then evaluating them, I honestly will listen to their sound, and I will close my eyes, and I will let them paint the picture. I want to see what they're describing. And if I can do that, I can close my eyes and I can see that entire field and the picture that they're painting, then we're going to move on to the next step.
Aside from painting the picture, what are some other traits that you're listening for?
I want to hear somebody who's concise in calling the action. I think certain sports like basketball can be very difficult. Guys will try to overthink. They'll try to call every ball movement. And sometimes what happens in here, it sounds perfect. It doesn't sound perfect coming out of here. And so what will happen is you'll listen back and go, man, I couldn't have talked that way. I'm slurring words, or I'm not quite clear. So being concise is definitely one of the pieces we look for. I'm looking for knowledge. Do they have knowledge of the game? Can they give me some insight that Joe Blow, who is listening on the internet, can't do himself? And that's really what makes these play-by-play guys experts.
What are some common mistakes that you hear?
Well, I'll tell you, everybody has an audio crutch. It's hard for all of us to get away from. I have one. I use quite a bit. I'm using it in this particular conversation as we speak. So you hear that with guys. Now I'm going to do it a lot because I've just said I have this crutch, so you're going to hear quite a bit. That's a problem for guys. That, or they want to use catchphrases. They want to come up with their own catchphrase. They're not creative enough to really describe the action in more ways than they're used to. Hopefully that makes sense. A lot of guys will use the same go-to. Not that boom goes the dynamite, as we all love to watch on the internet, but they'll fall into those traps. And if they can get away from that, that'll help quite a bit.